더 도시는 약간의 행복한 상상이 이런 것이 또 관계됐던 이제 그 이제 대화하는 거라는 소리.
So, in our case, at the pageant, we have achieved this perfect human rebirth, which is extremely difficult to achieve, and met with the Buddha's teaching, which is extremely difficult to meet with.
어디지 남된 데는 비가도 다 관정 무슨 지가 거면은 어디 중요한 단계가 배우는 최대의 요인이니까 하는 거나 그 최대의 시장이 그 신경을 나면 좋겠어.
And also, although we are unfortunate or not so fortunate enough to meet, Buddhas directly, and receive teachings directly from them, but, fortunately, we are able to encounter the Buddha's teaching, and, and then plus, who the masters or the gurus who are able to instruct completely in non-mistaken ways.
And then,
we are also, completely free, or we are free from all the severe and, different levels of heavy diseases. And if one wishes to engage into the practices, then one has the wisdom to discriminate, what is, to be abandoned and what is to be adopted. And then, so we have, we have gathered together all the external and internal favorable conditions which were extremely difficult to meet with. So therefore, having obtained such a conditions, even to waste a few minutes, it is very sad. Even to waste, a few minutes, it will be very sad. We should be feeling very sad about it. Because, and the reason is because, such a favorable condition together will not last that long, because these are in the nature of impermanent, in any moment can be changed. So, there are many other conditions who are, waiting, to change or to degenerate these favorable conditions, such as, constantly facing severe diseases and constantly, maybe finishing one's life, maybe subject to death and so on. So before, encountering these unfavorable obstacles, then, it is up to us, to decide and to make determination, to make the right decision. Because at the present, we are in the middle where we can also go up and we can also fall back. So, we are in the right border or the right demarcation where you can also surpass and go into the proper direction, and also situation where you can also fall back and go into the negative directions. The reason is because we haven't not only met the general Dharma or the general procedures of Dharma, but on top of that we have met with the secret Vajrayana path.
근데적인 연가지 가능하다고 그래요.
So this Vajrayana path or the method is said to be, or it can either lead you, in a very short time into the enlightened state, or it can lead to the lowest of the hell. So it is very, very unstable state. We are at the moment in very unstable states.
죄송한 자 당연한 비례면들 배수 야고 쇼tum나 야고 전에 상적을 다 있는 것이 정말 연장하는 들어간 거라서 보인다. 예수도 하고 가서 그랬어.
So therefore, if one were to put right effort and the right practice into that method or into that path, then it can also lead very quickly and swiftly into the enlightenment state. So for that, we need to have a right understanding and the right correct way of following the paths. Because at the present, we have a choice, a full of choice to select, different levels and different kinds of practices according with one's own mental capabilities and one's own level of mentalities. So at the present, we can choose the different methods and practices which is suitable to one's wish and one's, state of understanding and one's state of mentality. So, if, having found such an opportunity, if one is unable to practice the method which is suitable for one's mind, then it's very sad. Because when you talk about death, it's not, it's not something that very difficult. It's not something that you have to go through, so many preparations to happen that, it will just suddenly happen to you, without having done any preparation for that. So like, the day when you breath out, and if you don't have any power to inhale or breath in, then that means death. So when you talk about, to have long life or to have long life means, the life or the force of life that allows you to, function. So when you talk about the force of life, it merely refers to the breathing that you breathe out and in. So, daily, like we breathe out and in, the more you breathe out and in, the more your life is finishing up. The more your life is like finishing up. For example, like it is same like the watch, which requires a battery. So long as battery is there alive, it runs. The moment the battery stops or the battery finishes, it stops functioning. So, every breath that you inhale and exhale is the point of finishing your life. So, if one were to die without having done, because there's two ways of facing death. One is positive way of facing death, and one is negative way of facing death. If we were to face the negative death, it would be a very sad situation, isn't it? But then, beforehand, if one has practiced sincerely and properly, whatever, practice that one is able to carry on, then one is maybe, even the death occurs, no one is not afraid of that.
어쨌든 알아서 시야는 지금 생각이지만 시와 삼는 강가로 시주는 지가 개말 시는 답에 야고 좀 마셔나 because 동문 처벌이 아들이야 내용 삼지라 대시고를 산다.
So when we talk about having fear towards our death, means not something we should be fearful or we should have fear towards the death itself. It's not referred to that. The main point is, because the death will happen to anybody, anyone, So we are not afraid of that. But the fear is, for the, concerning for the sake of life after death. Because if the life after death has to go through intense suffering and intense fear, then that is the situation where you have fear of, you are afraid of, but not the death itself.
我在지망을 하면서 시대에 배운 신의 시스템 교환에 가시 조신도 마시야 템보디 단단히 속으로서.
So to have joyful death or to have a peaceful death, to go with the joy at the time of death, then you have to make full preparation from now onward.
That's a rabbi 배우는 거는 답변에 가서 지금 배 어떤 배님보 rabbi 맞나 님보 가만나 배님보 배 중요진에 대한 관도지고 있어.
So while you are alive, then we have to take the full advantage, if possible. Take the largest or the most supreme essence of the life. If not, then middling essence of the life. And if not, then at least one takes the smallest essence of the life.
What in the Nicola Casolata? That's your Chimayan Bell, Casolata. On the Tamil combat, Tamda, Tabe combat on the machine.
Then to do that, then one shouldn't be merely attached towards the attainment of the human rebirths and the rebirths in the higher states such as gods. One shouldn't be attached towards those goals.